Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webcast on IBM Decision Optimization in Cloud, or DOcplexcloud. My name is Preetham Kumar, and I'm the Portfolio Marketing Manager for IBM Analytics. And today we'll be having a very special guest with us, Mr. Hans Schlenker, who is the Offering Manager for IBM Decision Optimization in Cloud. Hans has more than 20 years of experience in algorithm development and IT architecture. He holds a master's degree in computer science from Munich and a PhD in industrial engineering and computer science from Berlin. So today he'll be talking about the new release on the decision optimization, which is available on cloud. So Hans, thank you very much for your time.
Hello, my name is Hans Schlenker and I'm the Offering Manager for IBM Decision Optimization on Cloud. Being an Offering Manager means I'm working a lot with customers, business partners, IBM sales, developers, management, and I'm in charge of the future development of our products and their success in the market. In the following 30 minutes, I want to introduce you to IBM Decision Optimization on Cloud, or DOcplexcloud in short. DOcplexcloud is essentially a managed cloud service that exposes Cplex as a public self-service through several subscription options. Cplex is the world-leading math programming or optimization engine that delivers the power needed to solve very large real-world optimization problems. This slide gives a very brief and high-level overview on advanced analytics and where our offering fits in this picture. Advanced analytics is about decision support. By the way, it's sometimes even called the science of better decisions. Advanced analytics consists mainly of descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive as in doctor's prescriptions, by the way. Descriptive analytics gives an answer to the question, what has happened in the past in my business? It uses technologies like reporting, data querying, or data drill down. Predictive analytics provides insight about why things have happened and also about what is likely to happen in the future. It uses approaches like forecasting, predictive modeling, machine learning, or simulation. Prescriptive analytics finally tells us what we actually should do about that. It computes complex decision proposals that take into account the specifics of my business, the limits of its operations, and even personal or business goals. Prescriptive analytics also makes use of different technologies like optimization or uncertainty management. Mathematical optimization is the basis for these approaches, and Cplex is its most prominent implementation. In summary, prescriptive analytics together with predictive and descriptive supports decision makers to make better decisions faster. And Cplex is the engine that powers prescriptive analytics. Now let's dive into IBM Decision Optimization on Cloud, or DOcplexcloud. Here are the main features of DOcplexcloud. DropSolve provides an easy way to solve optimization models through drag and drop on the web page of our service. The API allows for integrating the service into business applications. The community provides a wealth of information for developers and users, as there are a news blog, a samples repository, online documentation, a discussion forum, and support channels. The service itself provides flexible machine configurations at a flexible, appropriate pricing. Pay-as-you-go, so-called committed hours, and the new Flex tier. And all this is accessible through one single address, developer.ibm.com/docloud. The DOcplexcloud service addresses the needs of several users, or so-called personas. The term personas, by the way, comes from product design and user experience research and denotes fictional characters that represent the different user types that might use a product in a similar way. Here we have Oscar. Oscar is a data scientist or an expert in mathematical optimization or operations research, or OR, and he wants to build models and solve them faster with more capacity. Denise, the application developer, on the other hand, wants to be able to easily integrate Oscar's models into the final end-to-end solution for the line of business. Liam works in the line of business, and he wants to understand how this cloud-based service impacts the bottom line in the business and also saves on software licensing costs. Ethan is a very interesting character. He is an entrepreneur that discovered a new market for decision optimization solutions, and now he wants to create an optimization-based application and sell it as easy as possible. By the way, Ethan could also be a manager in a larger company that has similar ideas, and now wants to have an optimization-based application for his department, division, or business unit. Here's how DOcplexcloud addresses the needs of all these personas through 6 different user experiences. First of all, you as a user can easily discover and try the service. You can get a 30-day free trial on our one-stop shop homepage. You can try it without any software download or installation, and you can easily buy it self-service or via an IBM representative. Then, you can get started quickly. Use our online documentation and the samples from our integrated GitHub repository. Simply drag and drop model and data files onto the web page to have them solved instantly and automatically. Again, no installation, no download, not even any coding is necessary. Now, for productive use, you can use our service API, which is the same for MP and CP models, and also for all the available subscriptions. This means that you can use an entry-level subscription for testing and developing, and then use another subscription to productively use the service through the very same integration interface. The available subscriptions provide access to different server configurations at different payment options. All this will significantly reduce the total cost of ownership for your application based on IBM Decision Optimization. With respect to systems management and upgrades, this is all done by IBM, and we even add new features on a regular basis. Please check out our news blog where we publish them. As said before, we do provide APIs that are common for all subscriptions, and both for constraint programming or CP and math programming or MP type of models. We do provide these APIs also in different flavors, for example a REST API, a Java client, an R client, and a very advanced Python API. And last but not least, the service is also available now on IBM Bluemix. Finally, we offer a variety of support options. On the website, you'll find online documentation and samples, a discussion forum, and access to additional support channels. That was a lot of stuff on one slide, but I wanted to give you really the core benefits on one page. Now, I'll show you some screenshots of our web page to give you a grasp on what all this looks like and how you can get access to it. This is the landing page. If you scroll a little bit down and click on Go to DOcplexcloud website, then you'll get to our onboarding page that looks like this. Here you can register for our free trial subscription. Check it out, it takes only some minutes. Back on the main page, you can click on Find Out More and you'll get to our online documentation, which is also accessible through the top menu from anywhere on our site. You also have access to the forum and to the integrated GitHub repository with all the samples. Here you find examples how to use the service from a Node.js application, from an Excel spreadsheet via the Java client, and many more. Please note again that we update this repository regularly with new content, so it's always worth to check it out. As said, the easiest way to test the service is to sign up for a free trial. On the onboarding page that I mentioned above, the free trial gives you access to a shared queue on a mid-sized server as defined here. With this free trial, you can test all the features of the service, including all modeling languages and integration APIs. There's no limit on that. There's also no limit on the number of jobs that you can submit throughout the trial period. Once you've signed up to the trial subscription, you'll get basically 2 pieces of information that you need to access the service through the APIs. Note that the integrated drop solve maintains this information for you, so you can drop and solve your model there right away. In order to use the service through the API, please have a look at the documentation and at our samples. They come with detailed technical instructions how to use it. The 2 pieces of information that you get from your subscription via the website are a base URL to access the service via HTTPS and a personal API key. You will enter both in the implementation of your application. Now, let's have a closer look at how the service can be integrated into business applications. Here's the basic working principle. You have or build a business application with which you want to use IBM Decision Optimization on cloud. Your application usually takes care of maintaining the business data or providing a graphical user interface to your business users. Inside this application, you have to write some code to extract the data that you need for your optimization model. Your optimization model itself should be available in, for example, Opal, Python, or low-level files like LP or MPS files. Once you have a model and the data ready in your application, you send both to the DOcplexcloud service. To do that, you again have various options. You can use the REST API with whatever programming language or tool you like, or the Java API, or the Python API, and some others. They are documented on our web page. After your application has submitted the model and data, you can use your favorite API to control the job on our service. You can start it, stop it, monitor it, etc. When this job has finished, you can get the execution results back from the service. The results contain mainly the optimization result itself, which is the assignment of valid and optimal values to all the decision variables, plus some metadata. That's it. A remote solve service powered by Cplex. On this slide, I summarize shortly the major API and modeling options that we provide. Again, this list will be extended, so please check also our web page. All the APIs are documented on our website. The REST API is documented using the popular Swagger format. You will find a link to that also in the documentation section of our webpage. Python provides currently the most advanced support for DOcplexcloud. Essentially, with Python you can do everything. Write the model, submit the model to the cloud, and even execute meta algorithms directly on the cloud. You will find more details behind the links provided here. Did you already hear about IBM Data Science Experience, or DSX? This is IBM's web-based platform for all sorts of data scientists. You can easily use DOcplexcloud from within DSX. We provide web-based notebooks that leverage descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive optimization in a single environment. Check it out. DOcplexcloud is now also available in IBM Bluemix. You can access and buy it from the Bluemix marketplace through the link shown here on the slide. Note that IBM Bluemix is IBM's platform as a service. It provides a mature environment to develop and deploy cloud applications and makes more than 100 built-in services available to you. Of course, we have also implemented a demo application that shows the basics how to use the service from inside a Bluemix cloud application. And even a second Bluemix application that uses Node.js and the standard DOcplexcloud service to solve an interesting currency trading problem. Check out the app through the first link and a 2-page blog entry that describes how I built the app. Finally, to be very frank, we want to convince you to buy our service. So here are the subscription options. From the one-stop shop web page, you can get to the onboarding page, and from here you can go from the menu of the page to our pricing plans that are actually published on the central IBM marketplace. There you have to choose your country and then click on purchase to get the page that you see here. Here you have access to the free trial, just exactly the same free trial that I mentioned above. Through self-service you can buy either pay-as-you-go or so-called committed hours. Their price starts very low and the service provides access to shared queues on different server configurations. I will explain more in a minute. The new Flex tier offer provides a maximum of flexibility and service quality at an appropriate pricing. More in a minute. Flex tier is available only through the IBM sales channel or business partners. You can contact them directly from the marketplace page a bit further down on this page. Now let's have a closer look at the different subscriptions. Pay-as-you-go is the entry-level offer. It is very cheap, good for testing, development, and also occasional uses, but it's not intended for heavy production use. This offer does not provide parallel job execution, and we can't guarantee a certain waiting time until the job gets actually solved. Since this offer uses shared job queues, it can happen that you have to wait for other customers' jobs to finish before your jobs can be started. This is the reason why we can offer this at a very low price. pay-as-you-go is available on 2 different server configurations at 2 different base prices. The committed hours model is technically identical to the pay-as-you-go. It just offers a discounted price if you commit to subscribe to a certain number of hours per month. Everything else is identical to pay-as-you-go. Flex Tier is a new offering, and this one is designed for production use. It offers a very high service quality. It's operated on a single tenant mode. Jobs that you submit to your own queue are executed immediately if you didn't overload your queue before. And you can execute jobs in parallel on one machine. We offer Flex Tier on a variety of server configurations and through flexible subscription options that provides you the elasticity that you need. Note that both pay-as-you-go and committed hours can be bought self-service through our marketplace, while Flex Tier can only be bought through IBM Sales Representative or our business partners. Here's a more concise comparison of the major options: pay-as-you-go / committed hours on one side and the Flex Tier on the other. You can see that Flex Tier is designed for productive use and provides things like parallel solves, single tenant dedicated job queues, and a large variety of available server configurations. And all the services provide a very solid technical base, multiple modeling and API languages, and all through the same integration interface. Here are some more reasons why we recently introduced Flex Tier, following many conversations that we had with our customers. Consider a real example from a logistics company that uses our on-prem software. The customer runs 7 different optimization models from small to large for different business divisions. Most of the models are executed on a regular daily basis, while some models are used during peak periods, for example once per quarter for fleet planning. They bought many Cplex licenses a while ago and run them on a pretty large server farm that actually idles most of the time due to their workload profile. When they bought the Cplex licenses, the new Flex Tier model on DOcplexcloud was not available, therefore they had to go with the on-prem approach. With the new model, they could now buy DOcplexcloud subscriptions as given in the example quote in the table here. Line item 1 is a mid-sized server subscription on a monthly basis. We provision this server for him, and he can use it all the time, every day, 24 hours a day. And he pays a monthly price for that. Line item 2 adds a very flexible subscription. With this one, the customer buys 24 days of use within the contract period of 1 year. He is completely flexible when to use these 24 days throughout the year, while he has plannable monthly payments. Line item 3 is a so-called overage part that is necessary in addition to item 2 in case usage runs over the contracted usage. With this contract, the customer gets flexible use with constant payments, medium-sized machine for day-to-day use, and a large machine flexibly for up to 24 days per year, for example 6 days every quarter. In the remainder of this presentation, I will give you more details on how all this works. Here's the monthly type subscription of the Flex Tier. It is designed for base workloads for everyday use. You can select from a variety of machine configurations with respect to number of CPU cores and RAM or memory. We provision the service for you based on a virtual soft layer machine. There's no restriction in the number of months you can subscribe this offer. The table on the right-hand side gives you an overview on the available machine configurations and on the base list price. Note that this price is the base kind of definition price point. The actual price, especially in your country, will be a little bit different. And here's the so-called daily type subscription of Flex Tier. It is designed for irregular peak workloads, like for the monthly. You can select from a variety of machine configurations for your subscription. You also select the number of days for the year and get a monthly price for that. Assume, for example, you need only the smallest machine consisting of 2 cores and 2 GB of RAM. If you need this machine for 20 days per year, then your monthly price for this would be $124 per month. You could use the 20 days completely flexible throughout the contract year. For example, all 20 days already in the first month, or 5 days per quarter, or any other combination. In case you use this subscription more than the contracted 20 days in a year, then you would have to pay for the additional days with a 25 premium on top of the regular price. This is called overage. Note that a day of use is defined as up to 24 hours of consecutive use of the service. The dedicated virtual machine gets deployed for you through a new provisioning API. Please note that the daily Flex tier subscription is only available on an annual contract basis. Okay, so here on the final slide for today I give you some more details on the Flex tier subscriptions. As you just saw, you can select from a list of 17 different machine configurations for your subscription. The subscriptions will give you access to a dedicated virtual machine that runs the DOcplexcloud service stack for you. The machine is dedicated for you. You have control over the number of jobs you submit and how long a job has to wait until it gets started. You can even submit jobs that are executed in parallel on your machine if there are enough CPU cores available, and the jobs are configured to use only a subset of the cores. The monthly subscription is provisioned by us, and you can simply use it whenever you want throughout your subscription period. The daily subscription gives you full flexibility on when you want to use the service. Before you can use it, you or your application has to submit a special API call that triggers the provisioning. The machine and the service will then be available to you within 30 minutes maximum. Then you can use the service either for up to 24 hours or even longer. You will be charged 1 day for each begun period of 24 hours. Thank you very much for taking the time and watching this presentation.